Welcome to Nuka Knights. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great time in the wasteland. If you want to support Nuka Knights, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and activate all alerts. This helps the YouTube algorithm to spread the video and grow the channel. In this Fallout 76 video I will show you a new build guide for heavy guns using Bulletstorm, VATS, critical hits and crippling, which can be played with or without power armor, full life or bloodied, however you like. Let's get into it. Since the perk card changes for heavy guns have been completed this year, I can finally show you a build guide that is long-term usable. This human build primarily uses full health and heavy weapons, mainly Gauss minigun. Power armor isn't strictly necessary, but it improves certain situations. You can simply take more damage in power armor, but you have the flexibility how to play in which situation. The reason for using heavy energy weapons like the Gauss minigun is the Bulletstorm bonus, which requires magazines of 300 shots or more to be effective, and we can use the 2 points of bandolier for something else. Using batteries included is fine because we need more intelligence to buff our damage anyway. If you choose to use bandolier in exchange for tightly wound, for example, you can also use ballistic heavies like the LMG, 50 cal, etc. If you like to play low health without power armor and by using unyielding armor, you can get all the bonus special stats that help to improve action points, luck, intelligence, etc. That's a possible choice in casual events without strong enemies, for example. Let me explain the bonuses this build uses. First is Bulletstorm, which means for every 30 shots fired, you receive a 9% bonus damage. That's a 90% bonus damage after 10 stacks. A maximum of 10 stacks is reached after 300 shots. So when you keep stacks on reload and double the max stats, this can improve your bonus up to 180% after 20 stacks. Critical hits in VATS significantly increase our damage. More than 300% on critical hits is easily achievable by using the perk Better Criticals, Eagle Eyes Mutation, Blight Soup and Overdrive. Using VATS in general allows us to hit much more accurately and consume less ammo. Crippling quickly stops enemies, preventing damage taken. At the same time, crippled enemies grant us an average of approximately 175% additional damage from perks like Easy Target and Tormentor. Further bonuses like Adrenaline and of course also Onslaught from the Furious setup allows even greater damage increases. Okay, let's go through the perk cards. The first one is Scattershot, which helps us to cripple enemies faster by applying 20% of the damage dealt to a limb to all other limbs. Lock and Load is a part of the Bulletstorm mechanic. We keep half of the stacks on reload and gain plus 1% reload speed per stack. Tightly Wound makes your weapons spin up 60% faster. This is a perk you can switch out for bandolier, for example, if you want to play ballistic heavies. Bulletstorm is the base of the Bulletstorm mechanic. We gain 9% damage per 30 ammo spent. This ammo doesn't have to hit anything, you can just fire in the air to get your stacks. It comes with 10 stacks as a base. Easy Target grants 75% more damage to crippled enemies. And bringing the big guns doubles our bullet stack limit to 20, which leads to 180% bonus damage. Next is Perception with Number Cruncher, which adds 2% damage per AP cost. This results in 22% damage buff for the Gauss minigun here. Tormentor grants a 20% buff per crippled limb your target has. Since all body parts are limbs, this also counts for the torso, and some enemies have up to 10 limbs, like the Ultraside Terror.
What? No way!
This can lead to a great buff of up to 200%. Tank Killer now works for all weapons and makes us ignore 40% armor. In Endurance, this build uses Thirst Quencher to increase the max AP based on Endurance. This gives us plus 64 AP in this case. Bullet Shield adds a 20% deflect chance for 6 seconds when firing a heavy weapon. By using Fireproof, we take 45% less damage from explosions and fire attacks. This is essential. And we want to keep our mutations, so we need starched genes. In Charisma, Inspirational gains our XP bonus based on Charisma while on a team. This will help a lot when you're playing Bloodied in Unyielding Armor in casual situations. One of the main reasons to play this build Bloodied in Unyielding Armor is to get more XP. Stranger Numbers increases the positive effects of our mutations by 25%. That's why you should always join or start a public team. And Tenderizer makes your target take more damage with each attack. This is good in boss fights specifically. To be more precise, each hit increases the damage by 0.1% and reaches its maximum of 100% after 1000 hits. This also stacks with other players having this card equipped and are fighting the same enemy. It also stacks with the legendary perk, taking one for the team. So this is a must-have perk for everyone. In Intelligence, Stabilized gains 30% more accuracy for big guns without power armor and 60% in power armor. This helps a lot to hit better. Demolition Expert is used to gain the explosive damage of the native Gauss effect here. You can also switch this for more durability with Gunsmith, for example. I prefer to boost the damage. Science increases our energy damage based on our intelligence, no matter which weapon is used, but only energy damage. So the maximum buff is 50% bonus on 100 intelligence. Batteries included reduces our energy ammo weight by 90%, and Good with Salt will reduce the spoil rate of our food by 90%. In Agility, we will set up the base for Onslaught by using Furious on the Gauss minigun and by using these 3 perk cards. Gunslinger Expert adds plus 3 max stacks to the 9 stacks Furious base and grants plus 1% ranged weak spot damage per Onslaught stack. This will stack up to 20% ranged weak spot damage bonus on 20 stacks. Guerrilla Expert gains plus 1% reload speed per Onslaught stack with ranged weapons and adds plus 3 max stacks. That's 20% reload speed bonus after 20 stacks. Guerrilla Master gains plus 5% damage to close enemies per Onslaught stack with ranged weapons and adds plus 5 max stacks. So this is a total of 20 stacks for this setup. Per stack, Furious grants plus 5% bonus damage, which results in 100% bonus damage plus 20% weak spot bonus, 20% reload speed bonus, and even up to 100% bonus on damage to close enemies. Next is Gun Fu, which enables automatically swapping targets in VATS with plus 30% damage on the next target. This is a great crowd control perk. Even the 1-point card is fine to use. And the last card in Agility is Adrenaline, which gains a bonus of plus 10% damage per kill while on a kill streak. This is another 100% bonus after 10 kills and stacks also perfectly with the Adrenaline Reaction mutation. In Luck, Better Criticals grants a 100% bonus damage on criticals. One Gun Army grants a 12% stagger chance, and more interesting, it adds plus 75% limb damage, which we need for better and faster Crippling. Ricochet is another great defense perk, which gains a chance to deflect ranged damage attacks based on your luck. 4-Leaf Clover enables misses in VATS to contribute to the critical meter based on luck. Glass Freak reduces the negative effects of mutations by 75%. Critical Savior reduces the consumption of criticals to only 55% of the critical meter. If you don't know what this is about, I'll explain quickly. The critical meter is the bar you see in VATS in the lower area. Hits in VATS will contribute to fill it. When it's full, you can press space on PC while shooting to enable a critical hit. On Xbox, it's the Y button, for example. The higher your luck and the more limit-breaking 4-star mods you use, the faster this bar will fill up. The fastest fill-up is on every second shot. That's what we're aiming for here with this setup. So you should always press the critical button for critical hits while shooting with this build. And the last card is Quick Hands, which gives us a small 6% chance to instantly reload when our clip is empty. Next are the legendary perks. I chose Strength, Agility, Intelligence and Luck, so I get 5 more points on these specials. Additionally, I'm using Taking One for the team to gain more damage and Electrical Absorption to recharge and regenerate from energy damage attacks. Next are the Mutations. This build uses Adrenal Reaction to gain plus 6.25% damage per kill while on a kill streak. This stacks up to 10 times to 62.5%. Bird Bones to reduce the fall speed and damage. Fall damage isn't really a problem in power armor, but without it can be a lifesaver. Eagle Eyes is important to gain 63% more critical damage and more perception. Egghead gives us a bonus of plus 8 intelligence, which is nice for more damage and more XP. Electrically Charged is not necessary for this build, but quite nice to have to deal passive damage to melee attackers like Critters or Scorched. Herd Mentality is a must-have to gain plus 3 on all specials while on a team. Make sure to always join or start a team. Marsupial is nice to jump higher and carry more. Speed Demon gains 25% movement speed, plus 30% reload speed, but also gains more hunger and thirst. And the last one, Unstable Isotope, is also not needed and another passive damage mutation for melee attackers. This Gauss minigun is the primary heavy energy weapon of this build. It's equipped with the legendary mods Furious to take advantage of the onslaught mechanic, Vital to gain 50% more critical damage, VATS optimized to shoot longer in VATS, and Conductors to restore AP and HP on every critical hit, which leads to longer VATS usage times and more criticals again. The power armor is the Vulcan PA, which has a set bonus of 25% more fusion core duration and plus 25% AP regen rate. Perfect for this heavy watts build. This build uses these legendary mods on all pieces. Overeaters to gain 30% damage reduction, which you can easily keep up with Perfect Bubblegum. The second mod is Powered to have the best possible AP regen. Third one is True Hikers to reduce food, drinks and camps weight by 90% and to save the perks Travel Pharmacy and True Hiker. And the fourth star mod is Limit Breaking, which reduces the cost of criticals by minus 50% on all pieces as it's used here. The torso also has a medic pump mod for better survivability in extreme situations. In the last part of this video I'll show you a few gameplay clips and I'd recommend to always use these 3 buffs. The first one is Perfect Bubblegum to be fully fed and fully hydrated for 1 hour. This keeps the damage reduction from overeaters up and gains useful bonuses like another plus 35% AP regen, more strength, more endurance, more HP and disease resistance. You can buy those at Crater or Foundation for 75 gold each. Second is Company Tea to boost your AP regen even more. You can get the Company Tea machine for your camp in Crater at Mortimer on the lowest reputation tier for gold. By the way, that's also where you can get the Cryo Freezer to keep your food buffs fresh. And sometimes you can also get the Company Tea machine in the Atomic Shop. And the third, Blight Soup to boost your criticals by 125%. Blight Soup lasts 30 minutes and is easily craftable. You can find Blight in Ash Heap, for example around the sludge. That's all for this video. Make sure to check out the written build guide on NukaKnights.com. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Check out the Nuka Knights app. It's available now on Google Play Store for Android smartphones and tablets. The app contains all features you already know from the website. If you have a login already, you're ready to go. You can now access weekly new codes, current daily ops info, season progress, data mining news, latest events, build guides and other Fallout 76 news directly from this app. Get it now on Google Play. And don't worry iOS users, an iOS app is also under construction.